Hi everybody, Coach Steve here. Hope you have had a great week and are ready for week 6 of our continuing programs as we journey to the Winter Games in Kazan. So really looking forward to this week's workout as we're going to be doing a little bit more agility and balance work. So we are going to be still incorporating our strength piece and our core pieces, but primarily our focus is going to be on quick feet, agility, those movements, change of direction, and balance. So for this week's workout, you're going to need your tubing attached at hip height. If you do not have tubing, that's all right. We can just mimic the exercises. If you had some sort of weight that you could hold, maybe a book, or maybe you have a dumbbell or a medicine ball that you can use to help with that motion. So we're also going to be incorporating our sliders into the routine as well. We're going to need a line on the floor, whether it's real or imaginary, that's okay. And you're going to need a little bit of room so that you can comfortably shuffle side to side. All right, so those are some of the things that we're going to need for today's routine, along with our water and towel, obviously, so that we can make certain that we're not leaking sweat everywhere and make certain that we have some sweat to leak. So I'm going to start with a quick drink. If you'd like to go ahead and do that as well, that's fine. But if not, we're going to get right into this routine. Okay, so again, just working with those lunges, the forward lunge with the backwards lunge. With the reach, again, we're going to be reaching those arms out. We're going to allow our eyes to follow our hands. So wherever our hands go, our eyes are going to follow, so that our spine is also going to track in that same direction. So we've got our forward step with the reach overhead, and then we have our backward step with our reach at the ground. All right, so we're going to be doing 4 on the left, 4 on the right. If you'd like to get started with me now, we're just going to go into that forward reach. Great, and as I do that, I feel all of that stretch all through that anterior front of my body. And then I step back, I reach down, and I feel again that stretch through the hamstrings. That's 1, 2, and my backwards step is not that great in length. Just looking to transfer my weight onto that back foot. And that's 4. So I'll show you what I mean by that. We've got our forward lunge. Great. And then our back. That's 1. And 2. 3. And 4. Great. Okay. Starting to feel that already. So now we have our lateral lunge. We're going to build all of those components that we've been using where we've been breaking it up, but we're just going to make it one movement today. So we have our step, and then we've had that reach across, and that extension back to the ceiling. All right, so 4 of those to the left and then 4 to the right. Here we go. Great. So as I do this, I'm sitting back onto this leg, reaching and extending to the sky. Last one. Great. Okay, now moving on to the right. Then stepping, reaching, and then back. And 4. It's 1, 2, 3. Last one, make it the best one. Reaching, sitting, and extending. Great. Hopefully you feel that opening up through your chest. Help us breathe a little bit more. And now we have our squats that we introduced last week, where we're going to go from a deep squat. We're going to sit back, and then we're going to go from that squat position all the way up onto our toes for a little bit of calf extension. So if you'd like your hands out a little bit further, that just keeps our back nice and straight. Whatever's going to help you to balance, all right? A little bit of a wider position for your feet in terms of your squat. I find that the narrower we are as we do that, might be a little more challenging to hold that balance, but work with whatever you feel is comfortable, all right? Skiers, you may want to have that nice ski position wherever you would have that parallel position with your skis for your tuck. All right, so I'm just going to cross my arms so I keep everything nice and straight. And up, and I'm going to sit back. Great. And then up. That's 1. We've got 8. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. Last one. Great. Down, feel the stretch. And shaking that out. All right. So now we've loosened up our hips quite a bit in the posterior aspect and behind. Going to start to get a little bit rotation. So we have those external hip rotations where you can have your hands on your hips. You're going to pick that foot up, rotate it out, and bring it in. Okay, we're going to go 4 on the left, 4 on the right. All right. So I got a good balance position. Up, round. It's 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to do 1 more. That was a little fast. Great. Want to know that I can control that. And the other side. That's 1, 2. Now, when we lift that leg up, we don't want to be leaning. We want to try and stay nice and erect, nice and straight, have that leg move out and around us, all right? Last one. Great stuff, shaking it out. All right, now let's just get a little bit of a running on the spot, get the rest of the body moving and flowing. And so I hope everybody has been enjoying their days and staying very active. I know that your coaches are extremely happy with the way that everyone's been working and preparing. However, we're doing it from a distance. And we just bounce a little side to side. So today we're going to start with a little bit of a single leg hop exercise. We're going to be jumping back and forth over our line. And then we're going to follow that up with a little bit of a single leg balance airplane position, if you will, or almost like a deadlift. And then we're going to hit a little bit of a shuffle, where we're going to slide side to side, as I introduced earlier, or just showed you, with a little bit of a hip movement. And then we're going to complete that with our floating tabletop, if you remember that from last week, our little 4-point position. And again, we're going to be moving laterally with that as well. So let's take the opportunity to grab a drink. Great stuff. Okay, so really do hope that you have all been enjoying our workouts and staying up to date with what we've been doing. So that you can just constantly be progressing through the movements as we lead these routines. So each week we're just going to continue to build off of what we've did the previous week. So, all right, enough said. We're going to start. You know, we've done our little side to side hops. What we're going to do is we're going to now just balance on one leg, and we're going to hop side to side. And as we do that, we're going to maintain a nice, relaxed, athletic ready position. We don't want to be bouncing back and forth on a very straight leg. We want to be able to absorb the ground and that ground reaction force, be able to control our balance. And I've said this at a few of our camps, you know, the more that we bend and stretch, the more the muscles engage, so the more friends that we're bringing to the party when we're actually doing any of these movements. So the more friends we have at the party, the more fun we're gonna have and the more success. So with that in mind, always looking to land and absorb the ground so that the muscles can work the way we want them to. All right, so I'll stand on the right side here, hands on your hips, and we've got 10, so it's 1, all right? So we got 10 to the left and then 10 to the right. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Great. Other side. Again, load it, get ready, and explode. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Great. Now, as we're doing that, we want to be landing in the same spot, or trying to, each and every time. I wasn't as successful as I would like to have been. I'm going to improve on that next time. So now we have our single leg kind of balance airplane. So what we're going to be doing, you're going to be in that athletic ready position on one leg. Maybe I'll turn this way for the demonstration. And going to fall forward, just flexing at the waist. We're going to try and get as straight as we can while holding our arms out in a nice plane or tabletop position, and then coming back up. And we're going to be doing that 8 times. Okay, so getting down, we're going to hold that position for 1 second. So slowly going down, pressing my chest. Everything's nice and long. That's 1. I'm going to come back up and down again. And 2. And if you need to foot down for balance, please do. Pressing my chest, arms long, and up. That's 3. It's a great exercise for our figure skaters. I'm sure they're liking this one. 4. 5, looking to try and get as flat as you can. Hopefully I'm looking as close to a table as I can. 6. My foot is starting to get tired and hot. 7. All those little muscles in your feet are working. I hope you feel that. And last one. Great, and 8. Okay. See if I can go straight on here with you. And again, loading that leg, athletic ready position, and here we go. That's 1. 2. 3. 4. I'm sure you can see the way my knee and feet are really working here. Our foot is really working. Well, I'm going to reset. If you've done 5, that's okay. Keep on going. And 5. Down again. Nice long arms, proud chest. 6. 7. Last one. And 8. Great stuff. Shaking it out. Okay, so our next exercise is going to focus on that little hop that we were doing last week where we were working on rotating our hips. So if we need to change direction, We've got a really good, quick, explosive motion. All right. So the way that this is going to happen is we're just going to do 2 shuffles. So 1, 2, a little quick back. 1, 2, boom, boom. 1, 2. Okay. And we're going to do that 10 times in total each way. So 1, 2, 3, 20 if we want to count each end. All right. So again, just 2 shuffles. So 1, 2, and then quick boom, boom, and 1, 2, boom, boom, 1, 2. All right, here we go. So 1, 2, 1, 2. That's 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Oh, shaking that off. Oh. Now, we're looking to have our hips face 90 degrees to where our head and shoulders are. I tried. I'm hoping to do much better next time. Again, always building on at least 1%. We're trying to get better every time. So I've realized what I need to do. What can you do better next time? All right. So now if you remember our little floating table where we had our nice flat position, our hands are under our shoulders, knees under hips. What we were doing was we were just lifting ourselves up. We were holding that position. But today, we're going to get into that lift and we're going to slide. And we're going to slide. And we're going to do that for 10 seconds. We can probably get back and forth maybe 3 times each way. We're going to reset for 5 seconds. And then we're going to do that again for another 10 seconds. We're going to do that 3 times. And then we are ready to move on. So I'm in a nice table position. I'm up, and we're going to go sideways. Trying to keep everything in line. Great. Last one. Great. And relax. Reset. And up, go. Last one. Great. And relax. And up. Last time. All right. And a stretch. Roll the shoulders. Grab a drink. Okay. I felt that one. How about you? All right, we're going to get to our tubing next. And again, continuing to just build off of what we did last week. So if you remember last week, we were in our athletic ready position. We had our hands at chest height, and we were holding a little bit of tension. We were just pressing in and out. Well, today, what we're going to do is we're going to have that little press in, out, and then we're going to rotate and come back. So the way that we're going to do that is as I go into rotation, I can pivot so that I can bring my hip through, which is that kind of hip thrust that we're looking for with that lateral hip movement exercise we just did. So I've got my hands in, out, and then I'm just going to drive it out and back in. All right, so I have maybe just a little too much tension on this. So I'm going to take it down a little bit. And if you do not have the tubing, but you've got a ball or something, again, just pushing in, pulling out, drive, hip, back. If we don't have the ball, just think about the hip coming through. You're going to drive the hip, okay, as we go. All right, so take this one off. Okay, so we're in athletic ready position. In, out, around, and back. All right, so we've got this 10 times. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. My hip is driving. 6. This opposite shoulder is also coming through. 7, 8, 9, and 10. Great. So I'm going to have to turn sideways here. Holding out. 1, hip through. Pardon me. Trying to get a little more room. And here we go. 3, 4, 5, 6. And as I throw that first hip and shoulder, I can also pull this shoulder around. So I'm in, out, boom. The shoulder pulls. The other one pushes. Last one. Great stuff. All right. Putting that down. Grabbing those sliders. If you do not have the sliders, that is okay. What we're going to do is, again, building. We did push-ups with knees. This time we're going to do our push-up with both knees in, both knees out. No sliders. I'm push-up. All right. So we have 10. Get my sliders in my good push-up position. And here we go, 10. 6, 7, 8, 9. All right, everybody, last one. 10. Oh. Jeez, coach. Didn't finish. My apologies. All right. Too bad we're so far into this workout, I can't just start over. Edit that little hiccup out. All right, grab a drink, everybody. All right, so we're now going to head back to the start where we did our single leg hops. So hopefully all of the movements that we have done since the first time we went around have woken our body up, brought more friends to the party, and we're going to have a little bit more success and a little more fun the second time through. So we've got our 10 lateral hops side to side. Okay, here we go. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Great. I feel a lot better with that one. Felt like I was landing in the right spot every time. All right. Other side, here we go. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Great. Shaking it out. Okay, now we have our single leg deadlift, or little airplane, if you will. So 8 times. Here we go. Leg up, reaching out, pressing my chest. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Again, pressing, lengthening. Pretend that someone's pulling your arms out, pulling your leg back. So you're nice and long. Oops, let's start over. And last one. Again, nice and long. Great work, everyone. All right, switching that up. Shake the arms. Here we go. And oh, already starting. Good. All right, I think I've got it. Now you may see that I have one side that's a lot weaker, being my right side. And to share some stories, this right side has been injured more than the left. So probably a little behind in my range of motion. So I have some work to do. So if you've ever had an injury and you've been given those rehab exercises, last one, long, it's always good to keep those exercises going as you start to feel no pain, because those exercises, those little exercises, are really designed to create the symmetry, if you will, the balance, so that you have the same type of control and skill on one side that you do on the other. Sometimes we have to do little micro movements to really improve overall. So, and that's where those rehab exercises come in. All right. And perhaps maybe you have something similar to share, that you too have had a sprained ankle and it's not as strong. So we're just gonna keep moving on though. So we have our shuffle, shuffle, boom, boom, shuffle, shuffle. All right, 10 times each way. Here we go. Again, my head and shoulders are going to try and stay square. And last one. Back. And great. Shaking that out. And for some reason, I'm a little thirstier today. All right, so getting down into our tabletop. And what we're gonna do is, with this one, everything goes up. Let's move left, right, right, left. So we're gonna move the same side as we go. All right, so here we go. And, oh, that's 1, 2, 3, oh my goodness. 4, 5, good. 6, 7, 8, 'Last one, and relax. And stretching that out. Great work, everybody. We're gonna do one more set of that. Kind of combine 2 there, just looking to build off of that. And here we go, up. So I got left, right, right, 1, 2. Last one. Great stuff. And just a little stretch, shaking that out. And come on up. Okay. And I hope that you've had some fun today as we start to cool down. Have another drink. Okay, so we've got our forward backwards lunge and then we're going to go with our little spinal roll. So to start, just going to reach out and up again, feeling that nice big stretch, back, and slowly reaching down. We're going to take a little bit of time on this, so reaching up, great, and down. It's 2, 3, and last one. Great. Shaking that out. Opposite side. Great. And back. Uh-oh. And 3. Nice and long. Good stuff. Last one. Great. All right. Obviously, my hamstrings took a little abuse today, especially that right side. And we're just going to go with our nice little forward roll. So, hands in front. Just going to curl everything down 4 times. Just rolling down. Great. And then again, just slowly rolling everything up. Good, that's one. And chin in. It's 2. 3, last one. Oh, good stuff. All right, so grab my towel, put it down, and I'm gonna go with our cat to cow pose. So again, my hands, knees under hips and shoulders, and I'm just going to drop everything, and then I'm going to rise, and that's 1. Push everything to the floor and push everything away. It's 2. And up. 3, last one. I hope everybody liked that one. And now I'm just going to place those hands out in front and just sag back into a child's pose. Sink everything to the ground. If you wanted to get a little more extension, you can just walk your hands away. Use your fingers to pull everything up. And 3, 2, 1. All right, everybody, come on up. And our last stretch is that wide lunge with our rotation. So I have My foot's a little wider than straight in front. Be off at about 45 degrees. And I'm gonna place my other hand down in front of my hip. Extend back. I'm gonna reach back and through. And I'm gonna look at my fingers as they go around. Great stuff. Again, my eyes are going to follow my hands. I'm just going to lead my spine. Last one. And through. Great. All right. Switching sides. One foot up. Arm out. I'm going to sag my hip into the stretch and reaching back and down. Great. Now, as we wrap up, I hope that everyone has a chance to revisit these exercises or this workout at least 2 more times this week, just to continue to build off of the progress that you've made so far. And as always, if you want to do an extra set, feel free. You can stack an extra, set of the circuit that we did, or if you wanted to do 2 sets of the tubing work with the push-ups, that certainly is something that I would encourage you to do. But do manage yourself if you're starting to feel a little bit fatigued. We don't want to be injuring ourselves, so keep that in mind, especially when it comes to the jumping exercises, the hops. It's very easy for us to become tired and risk injury. So just be careful. Enjoy your week. Look forward to seeing you again. And until next time, stay safe, drink lots of water, and keep moving, everybody. See you again. Bye.